Once upon a time, in the vast and prosperous kingdom of Hugo, there lived a cruel and feared king. He ruled with an iron fist. No mercy, no second chances. One day, the royal guards dragged a clever but poor thief into the grand courtroom. His hands were tied, his clothes torn, and his face remained calm despite the doom before him. The king's voice boomed, "You have stolen from my people. Do you know the punishment?" The thief did not beg. He did not cry. He only smiled. The crowd gasped. A man about to be executed was smiling. The thief met the king's eyes. "Your Majesty, I laugh because you are making a mistake." The king's eyebrow raised. "A mistake?" The thief bowed slightly and spoke. "Yes, my king. You see, I have a rare and precious skill. I can teach your royal horse to fly." A wave of shock spread through the court. Murmurs, disbelief, and whispered doubt filled the room. The king's eyes narrowed. "You expect me to believe this nonsense?" The thief remained calm. "I do not expect you to believe me. I only ask for 1 year. Give me time to train your horse. If I fail, you may give me the most painful death you choose." The king thought deeply. If the thief was lying, he would still die. But what if he was telling the truth? The king imagined himself soaring above his enemies, his power unmatched. After a long pause, the king smirked. "You have 1 year, but if you fail, your suffering will be worse than death." The thief bowed again, his face unreadable. That night, the thief returned home. His wife and children ran to him, tears in their eyes. His wife clutched his arms. "You are alive. How did you escape?" The thief smiled softly. "I told the king I could make his horse fly." His wife's face paled. "But that is impossible. You have only delayed your death." The thief sat down, his expression thoughtful. "My dear, today I was going to die. Now I have 1 year. And in 1 year, many things can happen." His wife's eyes filled with confusion. "What do you mean?" The thief leaned forward and whispered, "The king is old. He may die before the year ends. The horse may die before the year ends. Or perhaps, the horse will actually learn to fly." His wife stared, then slowly smiled. She understood. Days turned into weeks. The thief went to the royal stables every morning. He stood near the majestic black stallion, whispering to it, patting its head, walking around it. The palace guards watched in amusement. Does he really think the horse will fly? He is only playing with time. The king will kill him when the year ends. But the thief did not care. Every morning, he woke up grateful for another day. Then, something unexpected happened. A war broke out. A powerful enemy attacked the kingdom. The king's army was defeated, his palace invaded. By morning, the cruel king was dead. The new ruler was different, kind, just, and merciful. He declared, "All prisoners of the old king shall be set free." The thief was a free man. As the thief walked home, the wind brushed against his face. His wife and children ran to him, hugging him tightly, tears of joy in their eyes. His wife whispered, "You were right." The thief smiled. "The horse never had to fly, but I am alive." Life is unpredictable. Sometimes all we need is time. If you are in a bad situation, do not panic. Stay calm, think smart, and wait. Because sometimes, even the most impossible problems can lead to an unexpected way out. Have you ever faced a problem that seemed impossible? What did you do? Comment your story below. Like this video if this story inspired you. Subscribe for more wisdom-filled stories that can change the way you see life. Tag a friend who needs to hear this today.